Hey y'all, this is your favorite worshiper, Anthony Chase. And who do we have on the line today, y'all, is the color purple, the 2023 version, right? Y'all, this setup is a little different because I'm still on vacation. I'm in Rhode Island seeing my father's side of the family, but I gotta get this out, right? Especially for those who are thinking about seeing it. So, my thoughts review on the color purple. Scale of 1 to 10, I'll tell you at the end. But let's start from the top. I'm gonna try to wrap this up as best I can. So let's see. So overall, I'm just gonna talk off the cuff, okay? So overall, I think in the beginning, if you've seen the original, this is only for people who've seen the original, you know that the new version left out a lot of details when they were children. It left out the rape. It left out a lot of gruesome, dark details on how Celie became pregnant by her father, right? And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that because why are we watering down and sugarcoating real life things that happen to people as if rape by incestuous rape doesn't happen? I'm sorry, I can't even say that word, the R word, as if that doesn't happen nowadays, you know? It still happens, so why are we sugarcoating? I think movie production and TV has become very PG-13, and it's a watering down of the truth, in my opinion, to get people to come and see, because nobody wants to be triggered, nobody wants to be offensive and all of those things. So they left out a lot when it comes when they were kids, when Nettie and Celie were children. Halle Bailey played Nettie, the smarter, more adept sister. I don't know who the lady that played Celie was, but I think the movie did a great job matching the children, their younger characters with their older characters. Like Fantasia looked like the girl that played the little Celie, if that makes sense. And Sierra, who played Nettie, looked like Halle Bailey. So they did very good with matching the characters. They did very good with that. So what else happened? I'm just trying to go off the cuff. I've seen it the other day. So let's talk about Mr.'s character. Mr. came on the scene and tried to holler at Nettie. He wanted Nettie. I love the actor. I don't know his name, but I like him. He played Martin Luther King's program manager or event planner for the big speech in Washington, right? I think he fell short with this one on Mr. I think he did. He wasn't as hateable as Danny Glover was in the original. Danny Glover played that part like that. That's Mr. That's Mr. Like my stepmom says that her mother hates Danny Glover because of the role Mr. This character, 2023's Mr., he was okay. You know, he was okay, but he wasn't hateable. He wasn't that hateable. That's all I'll say on that. So we go forward. Let's talk about the music and the singing. The singing, it wasn't as annoying as I thought it was going to be. You know, people sort of turn their nose up to musicals. They normally say they don't like musicals or whatever, but I didn't. It wasn't bad. It really wasn't bad in the beginning. Oh, there was a special guest that came in. Yes, we can't forget Tamla Mann, my girl Tamla Mann. Tamla Mann made an appearance in the movie. I thought that was so awesome. I thought that was so cool. She played the first lady, the wife to Suge's daddy, who was a pastor of the church. And I thought that was so cool. So anyway, moving on, they did a little musical clapping and all of that stuff. I thought it was kind of weird that they were kind of extra with the shouting and the church antics, but yeah, whatever. So what else comes to mind? I'm really tapping into my memory here, y'all. So the earlier stories of The Color Purple, a lot was left out. A lot of trauma, a lot of triggering things were left out. Whether it's good or bad is up to you, but I think it's not good because TV's starting to get watered down and we're becoming soft, in my opinion. So when they become older, right? Oh yeah, even the part, let me go back. Even the part, if you've seen the classic, and you've seen when Mr. kicked Nettie out the house, that was a key part. You know how they was like, me, my sister never part. That was not captured in the new movie. They really dropped the ball on a lot of key parts in this movie. They really dropped that ball. Like in the new movie, it was raining and they just kicked her out the house and she just left. Like, and said nothing but death could keep me from my sister. But it was none of this. Why would you leave that out? That made no sense to me. Like, silly, this whole thing, it was a thing. And Mr. threw rocks at her in the original movie. And why was none of that safe? I don't get that. Like, why would you? I don't get that. Everybody knows this. Like, okay, anyway, okay. So that part was just, that ball was fumbled. That ball was fumbled badly. So fast forward to get to the adult versions. Let's talk about the characters. Okay, Fantasia overall did a great job. She did better than I thought she was going to do. I thought, when singers turn actor, but Fantasia did good. She did really good. I think her highlights were the dinner table scene that everybody knows. Man, I can't find any clips online, but that dinner table scene, Fantasia said something that was so funny. She said, he ain't nothing but a pack of horse shiggity. And she added a line from the original. She said, and the horse shiggity ain't good for nothing but being put in the ground. That was so funny to me. I was laughing in that movie theater, and just when I started laughing, that's when Sophia started laughing, and she started to get back, and she was me and Sophia was laughing at the same time, because that was funny when she called it. Oh, that was so funny. And she said, me and my children gonna sit around and whoop your ass. That was so funny. I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it was. The dinner table scene was awesome. I loved it. I'm going character by character. So that was highlights from Fantasia. Fantasia looks beautiful. Fantasia, and she keeping them teeth together. Do you hear me? She keeping them teeth together. So another highlight was when Nettie and Celie's children at the very end of the movie, when they reunited around the is it a magnolia tree? I don't know what kind of tree that was. Southern breeze bear strange fruit. Southern trees bear strange fruit. And they gathered around, and Fantasia was crying when she saw her children. Just the way Fantasia broke down and cried, I felt that was a real moment. I think Fantasia pulled something out of her to make her cry like that. It was a real cry. And I felt that. Let's get into that. Those were her highlights, was the dinner table scene and the crying scene. Fantasia did that. Let's see, who else's character? Oh, the girl that plays on Orange is the New Black, Sophia's character. I'm bad with names, y'all, so forgive me. She did an excellent job with her character. Girl, Sophia's character was so powerful. That strong alpha female, black alpha female that many of us know in our family. She did that, and her shining moments in The Color Purple were when she was in jail. When she was in jail and she was just out of it, and then she looked at Miss Celie. She looked up at Miss Celie. her eyes, the cinematography, how they captured her eye, the pain in her eye was wonderful. They did a great job with that. Also, Sophia's shining moment was the dinner scene when she laughed at Miss Seeley calling Miss Seeley calling Mr. Horseshit. I'm sorry to be cussing. She laughed and then she cried. She was going through a whirlwind of emotion, and she said to Miss Seeley, she said, "Seeley, I was feeling so bad. I thank you for coming to visit me week after week in that jail." That's sending chills up my spine now, because I thought she didn't appreciate that from Seeley, because she didn't talk. Sophia did not talk to Seeley for a long time, and I thought she was upset at Seeley because Seeley was, a weak woman. But when that actress poured that love out to Seeley, I felt that at the dinner table. That was a shining moment for that actress. She did a wonderful job. So the jail scene and the dinner table scene, fantastic. And of course, everything else. She really, okay, so that's her best moments. Her not so best moments were when she tried to say, "You told Harpo to beat me. I love Harpo. God know I do, but I kill him dead." It was kind of corny. It was kind of corny. I don't know if it was the cameramen who I don't think the angling was right. When Oprah did it back in the day, she took up the majority of the screen, this part on up, and she said, "I kill him." She did a thing. But this time we saw too much body, the angle, her body. It was just so different. If you're going to recreate iconic parts of a movie, you have to replicate it as we know it, because we're comparing it real time. Don't change anything. Don't change the angle, the lighting. Keep it as close to the original as you can. And they tried it and they fell short. So that's my opinion on that. That was really her only bad moment. She did a fantastic job. Like I said, check out the dinner table scene and check out the jail scene. Those were her best moments in that movie, in my opinion. Next character. Let's get to Miss Shug Avery, right? Miss Taraji P. Henson. Y'all, I think Taraji's just going to do Taraji. She's never going to fail us. She's never going to fail us. Taraji is a class act. She is a fantastic actress. And yeah, so let's do the highlights. Her highlights in the movie. What stood out to me, I believe, wow. I don't know, because Shug Avery's part it didn't have a lot of dynamic range when it came to acting. I think, okay, when they was in that juke joint, I would say when they was in that juke joint dancing down and she was getting on them tables and she made a grand entrance. Oh, y'all should have seen that grand entrance when she was on that boat and she was singing. That was good. I liked that. That was a highlight. I loved that. She was a supporting actress in that. So it wasn't the highlights, acting highlights. I really don't know. She didn't have any bad moments per se, or anything that were, nothing's worth mentioning. I think she played a steady, strong Shug Avery in that movie. I really think she did. I can't think of anything. If I do, I'll come back to it, but I'm going to move on to the next character. I think Taraji did wonderful. She did a great job. She did Taraji. Taraji is an actress. She did her. Oh, Taraji singing. Let's talk about her singing. Taraji singing is not bad, y'all. It's not bad. I didn't know she had a voice. Not bad. And if you look at some of her interviews, she talked about how, she grew up singing, and who knew, right? Who knew? But she left singing because singing was a dark space, and it is. The industry is dark, and she went to acting, and acting's dark too, but it's more manageable, she said. But yeah, her singing was well done. She did a fantastic. I'm telling you, Taraji did a fantastic job. Now, did her singing wow me as a vocalist? I mean, no, but I mean, she did great. It was leagues above shower singing, like singing in the shower. It was way better than that. So, who's next? What other character? Harpo. I don't know his name. Y'all already know. So Harpo's character, wasn't a lot of acting. Wasn't a lot of acting with him. So Harpo's character, I'm very neutral on his character. He played a good Harpo. He did. You know, while watching this movie, you know, I watched The Color Purple when I was young, so I had a lot of questions about the storyline. I think they did a good job this time with explaining the storyline, who was who, the blended family, Celie's blended family, and Nettie, and they did a better job. I was able to follow it this time. Who else were key characters? I think we hit pretty much everybody that's worth mentioning. Let me go back to the children, because the writers took a lot of key traumas and stuff out. Halle Bailey and the other little girl, those actresses didn't get a chance to show their acting range. They just didn't get a chance to show it, in my opinion, because everything was so watered down. And when you write and when you water down certain events in a storyline, the actors have no work to do. So, you know, they had a few moments where they were like when Nettie got kicked out of the house by Mr. She was able to act a little more, but I'm telling you, this part right here, they didn't do that. They didn't do that, and they didn't give those actresses a lot to go off of when it comes to acting. My opinion, they could have did better. But overall, y'all, that's all I could think. I think the ending of it, when they were sitting around that tree, that was so powerful. Just the nature and the beauty of God and trees, it's just so amazing. The cinematography was beautiful. The singing was beautiful. Ciara, let's talk about Nettie. When Nettie returned, I looked at that woman and I said, "Is that Ciara?" I think that's Ciara. And when she was singing, I was like, "No, she's singing too good to be Ciara." Because growing up, we always thought Ciara just could not sing. That all her voice was manufactured and studioed, but she actually has a voice. So Ciara did good. The makeup was good. They made them look old. The two sisters, Nettie and Celie, they had the crow's markings on their eyes. It was good. It was good. So Ciara didn't do no acting. You know, she just sit there and smile and look pretty like she did. Who else, man? I'm trying to wrap up this video. So they made up a part in the movie where Celie owned a tailoring business. I don't remember that in the original. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I welcomed that idea. That was nice. That was sweet. I liked that Celie was able to have her own business, and I think that was a welcome change to the movie. I really do believe it was. They get a thumbs up for that. Excellent. Oh, let's talk about one last character. Her. You know, when people don't have on makeup, you have to squint a little bit to see if that's who they are. And I was like, that looks like her, but I don't know. It wasn't until the end of the movie where I was like, that is her. When she started talking more and having more camera time, I was like, that's her. Because I know voices. So I was like, that is her. Her is she is as cute as a freaking button, man. She is adorable. She looks like a little bold-eyed puppy that you just want to keep in your backpack and never let out. Her is so adorable. She is so cute. But anyway, she did a great job. Not too much acting on her. So, you know, they did well on who they could, you know, they gave heavy roles to who they knew they could give it to. Overall, Great movie. I do recommend that you go see it, especially if you saw the classic, so you can see the changes that are being made between the two films. Which film do I prefer? I prefer the original, of course, because the original is more raw, it's more gut punching. It tells a more accurate story of, life in the early 1900s. I think the 2023 version is really meant to shield our children from the cruelties of life. And is that good? I don't know. That's another topic. Is it good to shelter our children from the truth? I don't know. I don't think so. I wasn't sheltered from the truth, so I don't think anybody else should. Life is not always feel good. And my brother was like, oh, that movie was depressing. I don't know why Lana wanted to see it. But I'm like, but the movie was depressing, but nothing about the 1900s was a good time. Like, so you don't see movies that make you feel bad? I never had that mentality, oh, I'm not going to consume something because it doesn't make me feel good. No, I'm going to watch it regardless, But anyway, that's just where we're going in the industry. Don't know why. I guess people are being sensitive. But anyway, y'all give your thoughts, your comments on The Color Purple. If you've seen it, let's give it a chase score. Out of a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it probably 7 or an 8. Who is that? Well,
Are you on a phone call?
no, I'm doing a video.
Oh, my bad. Love you. I'm out of here.
You out of here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, love you too.
See you later.
Good luck at work. School. Okay, Lotto, bye. Don't. Get her out of here.
Come on, Lana.
All right, love you. That's my brother. He's going to work. But anyway, I give it probably 7.5, 8. I would give it a 7.5. Okay, let's start at 10. They took out storylines. That's a 9. Certain key moments, they missed it. 8. So I'll give it an 8. We'll give it a solid 8. I'll give it a solid 8 for those two dings, those two markings. But anyway, y'all give me y'all thoughts. This is Anthony Chase Sings, your favorite worshiper, and that was my review of The Color Purple 2023 version. Y'all be blessed. How much?